Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Guys, we're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time to live free picks for today's major betting card. And of course, make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us to get the plays in real time. And we always ask you right off the bat, just give it that thumbs up. You really help us build up the audience. We greatly appreciate it. So right now, we'll meet the cappers and get right to the picks, as we don't mess around here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Let's see, Rod, what's going on?
It was a little winning day. We went 2-2, swept the college basketball board, went 2-0, and went 1-1, and then lost in my NHL play and the NBA play. But hit the two college basketball, and the one college basketball was a nice plus 150 dog, thanks to Chattanooga with the big comeback in the second half there. And that matchup gave us a little plus money winner. Woo, Chattanooga! So beer stays.
Beer stays, right?
Beer stays. It was a plus 40 day. So into the grain, can't complain. Let's get to it today. A few more college basketball, light slate of the NHL, and a couple NBA.
That's right. A couple NBA today as well. And of course, let's say hello to Al Ninos. Al, what's going on?
Yeah, that was on the wrong side of that Chattanooga game. It looked good at the start, but boy, talk about second half collapses. There you go. Another one in the books. Unfortunately, that gave me a losing day. I had a winning day in the NHL, 1-2 in the NBA. So lost a little bit yesterday, but I'll try to get it back today.
Absolutely. Let's say hello to Solo. Solo, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? A happy Wednesday. Happy to be here. Not the best day. Went 1-2 NBA yesterday. Kind of disgusted. I had the Spurs. I want to say they scored 10 points in a quarter, 32 points in a half. This NBA is really tricky right now, but, we're going to keep firing. Let's get to the bank.
Yep. I had 2-0 just did an NBA, and the line moves too much for me to play the college yesterday, but I had the over in that one between the Mavericks again. Mavericks and Knicks. Mavericks has just been an over city with no defense whatsoever. You got some shooting there, and also I had Atlanta there plus the 8. Just got there. I was too afraid to take the Thunder, but I got it. This King. Kings again with that 3-point defense? OKC 58% shooting from three. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable, the 3-point defense for this Thunder, for this Sacramento Bulls. As Rod says, I'm not betting the Sacramento Bulls. They looked horrible again yesterday against a team that pretty much clinched the West, and you get pounded like that. It's unbelievable. But anyway, let's get to the games, guys. We're ready to roll here. A 6-game card from the NBA tonight. We'll start with Wizards and Sixers. Sixers now up to 3, total 232.5 there. Lakers and Pacers. Lakers, well, we see the Lakers won. Pinnacle, the Pinnacle guys at Pinnacle, Indiana's favored one. Everywhere else, it is the Lakers 1-point favorites there, total 235.5. Clippers and the Knicks. This one moved from an opener of 1. Now Clippers 3.5 at DraftKings now. Total 217. So we've seen great movement on that one. Let's take a look at the injury report here for today. We've got here in this one, Bay for Washington and Philadelphia, Bay, Coulibaly, George, Middleton, Smart out. Brogdon is probable. On the Philly side, no Drummond, no Lowry, no Maxey, no Oubre, no Walker. Grimes, probable. Lakers and Pacers. Hachimura, James, probable. Kleber out. Indiana, a clean injury report. We start with Rod.
Yeah, so give me the over in the Lakers game then. 235, I think that's a touch light there in that one. I think we see plenty of points from both sides. And up and down we go. Give me the over 235 there. And then give me the Clippers. Knicks on the second half of a back-to-back. I know the Clippers on the road ain't play the greatest, but they're playing pretty good right now. And when the Clippers get some focus and they have some motivation and some reason to play basketball, look what they can actually be. Otherwise, what's the rest of their season been looking like? Just flubbing around, just trying to make the playoffs, just trying to get in. That's what it looks like, but they're trying to avoid the play-in round, and that's why that line is shot up. I'll lay the 3 with the Clippers. They're playing the better basketball right now to take advantage of the Knicks from the second half of a back-to-back.
Yep. Next without their best scorer, Brunson. On over to Alninos.
Yeah, there's quite a few plays I really like in this segment right here, but I'll take a shot with the Wizards on the money line. Don't love it. This is my least favorite play actually in this segment. May have some premium plays here, but why not take a shot at some plus money with the Wizards here in a completely meaningless game.
From El Nino's on over to Solo.
Washington and Philly, these lines are getting out of control. I was up late studying last night, and I really feel like I saw this line at like 225, 226. Wake up this morning is at 230. I think we missed the boat on this one. I'm kind of with L. I think the only place to take the Wizards on the money line with a slight lean toward the over, but I think we missed the boat on that one. The Lakers and the Pacers, the Lakers have been terrible on the road. I don't really understand why this line says -1. Maybe that's just the Lakers being hyped up in general. They've lost 2 straight on the road. They're not playing defense. I think we see some points. I'm going to take this total over 235.5 or 235. And I just like the way the Clippers are playing ball. I know the Knicks are home, and I know the Clippers make the money at home. They make the beans at home, but on the road, I think they'll find a way to just get this done. I don't want to lay the points. I'd probably take money line and put in a parlay.
Yeah, from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games here. Yeah, I'm off that over in Philly and Washington. You saw the video on that one. Line moved 5 points. So there's no way I'm going over there to stay away. Lakers and Pacers. I think the move is because people see LeBron and Luka in the green, but that doesn't matter to me. I got a full lead. Like I said before, when the Pacers have all their guys and they're at home, I'm going to look at Pacers at home. That's just the way it is. They're a healthy team, and I think it matches up better for them because they're a very athletic team that can run up and down, and I think that will give the Lakers a little trouble with LeBron there. Luka's had his injury issues, his conditioning maybe always a question. I think this is just a bad matchup for the Lakers against a fast, young, strong-legged Indiana Pacer team. Look at this. Lakers 3-9 the spread on the road against the Eastern Conference. So they're back east. They don't cover games. And we know the Pacers at home, but that's where they do their job when they're at home and healthy. So I'll look at them in that spot. And the Clippers would have been a premium -1, but right now it's a no play for me when it moved to 3. Just can't touch that game. The Clippers have rest advantage. New York will likely be a 3 or 4 seed right now with 12 games left. As we said before, the Clippers are battling for that number 6 seed. The Warriors' loss helped them, so they're now in the loss column tied with Golden State for that 6 seed. Minnesota's behind them by 1 game. So as we said before, between the 3 seed and the 8 seed, Denver in the 3 seed has 28 losses. Minnesota in the 8 seed has 32 losses. 4 games separate the 3 and the 8 seed in the Western Conference. So that Western Conference race is very tight for seeding positions to try to get out. And of course, the Clippers right now in pretty much tied in the loss column with the Warriors for that 6 seed. Right now, Warriors 6, Clippers 7. So they're trying to get out of that 7. So they get that week off. And, Harden likes going to, we all know he likes going to Vegas on his day off. And he loved being in LA. Who wouldn't like that with all his money? But you get that week off. They look forward to that there. So I'll look at the Clippers, but I preferred them at the -1 early this morning. All right, let's continue here on the 20 Morning Shows. We'll close out the NBA with the following 3 games here from on the board. We got Raptors and Nets. The Nets moving from a point. They were a point overnight now to 2.5 twos. The total 213.5. Bucks and Nuggets. Nuggets now 6. Total 223. That must be telling you something there. Celtics and Suns. We've seen a big move to the total here. The Suns are dogs here. Celtics 4.5. Total 220. I'm seeing a 219.5 at DraftKings. Now this one was 224 in the morning yesterday, maybe even higher. I think I saw the DraftKings. Oh, this is not the DraftKings opener. Was what 226.5. Because people want me to do the videos earlier. So I got the opening line at 226.5. This thing has moved considerably down. Wow, that's almost a 7-point move at DraftKings on that total. Let's take a look here at the injury report from these series of games here. Toronto and Brooklyn. We got Boucher, Grady Dick, Ingram, Portal quickly out for Toronto. On the net side, no Sharp. And, of course, we know that Cam Johnson out there for the Brooklyn Nets. And Cam Thomas is out for the year. Remember that. He's no longer going to show up on these reports. And we move on over to Bucks and Nuggets. In this one, we've got Lillard, Portis, Sims out. Of course, Lillard's dealing with that a blood clot, right? He's got some serious issue there with the Lillard. Giannis will be questionable there. On the Denver side, Strother out. Jokic doubtful. Gordon questionable. Braun is probable. So Jokic doubtful there in that game. Boston and Phoenix. Tatum doubtful. I would doubt if he even plays. I think he's more closer to out than doubtful, to be honest with you. Tillman out of this one. Beal out for Phoenix. So you're caught up with the injuries here. We start with Rod.
No Joker. And Giannis questionable, and the Bucks are 6-point dogs. That's just, yeah. Giannis isn't playing in that game. There's no chance. Otherwise, the Bucks would be a lot shorter dog than that at 6. They're a 6-point dog, and Giannis is questionable. Giannis is not playing that game. No chance. He's playing that game. Not at a 6-point dog there in that one. No way. Pass on that one. Too many question marks there. Denver lands 6. No Joker. Bucks trying to get 6. No Giannis. No Giannis. No Lillard in that one as well. I would lean to an under, but we know the G Leaguer guys love to score, so probably an over 224 there. But give me the under. Raptors and Brooklyn. These two teams don't. They're definitely tankathon mode. First to 100 wins that one. If we even get to 100, give me the under 213. Talking about slow-paced game, and I would lean to the Nets. Nets haven't been favored a whole lot this year, but when they have, I believe they've been winning. So give me the Brooklyn Nets. Lay the 2.5 and the under 213 in that one.
There from Rod on over to L.
Yeah, we were looking at this game last night with Rod and Sean, and it wasn't +6. And then, sure enough, when we were done looking at it, Giannis pops up on the injury report, and I gotta agree with Rod. I don't think he plays here, so I'll look at the Nuggets if I had to full game. I'll look at them in the first quarter -1.5, and that's where I'm gonna go there. I'm pulling a switch through. I think this is my first switch ever, but I just don't like the Bucks without Lillard or Giannis.
There we go from Alanino. It's on over to Solo.
Boston and Phoenix, like you say, these lines, half a point will really kill you in sports betting, but these lines are moving 6, 8, 7 points. It's kind of really hard to, stay competitive, with these lines. I think you got to match the aggression. I'm going to go Suns money line. I'm going Bucks money line.
There from Solo. I'll tell you what I like about these. Yeah, these lines move too much. So there's one game I'll look at here. I like the over in Boston and Phoenix. I liked it at over 226.5. So I'm going to love it at 219, 221. Issue here is Phoenix has been putting up some points at home, 127 points per 100 possessions. That Tatum injury, you got to wonder about the defensive intensity here. We talked about this yesterday. I think I've mentioned this. Roy talked about this yesterday in one of our shows. You got to wonder what that impact on Tatum's injury is going to have on Boston's defensive intensity. Are you going to really get into defensive prevention mode now? I think that's what we may see here with Boston. That was it's a sprained ankle for Tatum, and you know how that is. You just never know how that heals, right?
That could take a couple weeks. It could take 6 weeks. Sprained ankle. Sometimes those are.
Oh, he's definitely not playing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's definitely not playing. No,
yeah.
he won't come back and play until he's.
And what I'm saying here is that the impact this has on Boston as a team here, culture-wise here, they are 5 games back of Cleveland with about 10 games left to be played here. So it's unlikely you're going to catch Cleveland. You're 6.5 games up on you're 7.5 games up on the Knicks. So you're pretty much locked as a 2 seed. So I got to think that you're going. I know Boston played horrible defense for 3/4 of the season. They got tighter here, but now that you just now that your main guy got hurt and could be a long-term injury, when I think long-term, I mean more than 3 games, you may have a different philosophy now. You may back to go see the Celtics we saw early season, where you're not going to have a whole lot of defensive intensity out there, just in injury prevention mode. And we know that the Suns like to run and gun. They've been putting up some points here. Last 5 games, averaging 127 points per 100 possessions, a +15 net rating. Boston is putting up some points, 125 points per 100 possessions. So I could see not a whole lot of ball pressure, a lot of space on the court means a lot of quicker shots, a lot of possessions, a lot of points. So I'm going to look here at the over in this game. I'm not agreeing with the market here. Oh, Tatum's going to what problem the impact this has on the team defensively, right? So I just think the Clippers may be the Celtics may be a little cautious now. Okay, we're locked in the 2. Let's don't put the ball pressure. Let's loosen the reins here. Let's go back to running and gunning and try to avoid any contact with anybody. So I like the over in that one between the Celtics and the Suns. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we continue here with the college hoops. We go to the college game tonight, and let's take a look at these games. We'll knock them off in one block. We got the NIT quarterfinals and the CBI semifinals tonight. CBI, they schedule first early start, 5 Eastern, Illinois State and Cleveland State. Illinois State, about a 2.5-point favorite here, total 141.5. In the NIT, we have home courts here. Kent State at Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago, 5.5, total 144. There, UAB at Irvine. Irvine, the home team, 4.5. Now it opened 5, but 4.5 mostly everywhere now. Total 159.5. And these totals have moved up at least 5 to 7 points from the opener. So we've seen some massive movement to the over. Not so much in the CBI game, but that CBI odds board came up late. But we saw a huge move on the overs here on these NIT games. So we start this one with Rod.
Yeah, just like we did yesterday, and I believe all went under. So we've seen the big time move to the overs, and they all went under. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think we've seen any overs yesterday in those games. But hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. We're getting 2.5 now. Got to go with Cleveland State there, plus the 2.5 against the Redbirds. But I like the under there in that one even better. 141.5. These two teams have played a lot of basketball over the last few days. So it's what we seen yesterday. We've seen slower pace from Cleveland State. Illinois State, same thing. It's a third game, 4-night spot for these two squads. Yeah, 23rd, 25th, 26th today. So, yeah. And then you look at Cleveland State. They played the 24th, 25th, 26th. So third straight basketball game for Cleveland State here. Well, you look at Illinois State, they played on Sunday. We had Monday off and then played Tuesday, and now they're here.
Yeah, because again. Riverside backed out of the CBI, so Illinois State got the bye. They got a bye in the quarterfinals. So they didn't.
Yeah, so they got that little bye on Monday. They didn't have to play. So, but they still played the same game wise. It's just kind of different to it. This will still be the fourth game for these teams. I like the under. It's a slow pace. I think we score into the 60s. Not hit the 70s in this one. Take the under 141 with a lead to Cleveland State the way they've been playing. The mascot, come on.
The Vikings,
the horn.
We're ready to go. You got to find a Viking hat for Rod.
Viking hat, be good to go.
Good to go. From Rod on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I kind of like all the dogs here. I'm not going to go against Cleveland State right now. I like Kent State and their big edge on the glass there. And I like UAB. Their offense has been looking great. And again, they have the edge on the glass too. So I think all dogs are live today. You can take the points. You can take some money lines if you want to go for some plus money. I actually think there's a lot of value on the points, though, in games that could come down to the wire. So take the points with all the dogs here, and maybe Cleveland State on the money line.
There from El Ninos on over to Solo.
Illinois State and Cleveland State, like Rod attested to, these guys are getting tired. They've ran 3-4 games, 3-4 nights after a long season. I actually think the wrong team is favored here. I don't want the points. I'm on Cleveland State on the money line. I just think they're a far better team. I think they'll find a way to get this done. Kent State and Loyola, I think that's just too many points. Sign me up with Kent State plus the 5.5. Loyola Chicago probably wins this game, but I think it'll be a closer matchup. I think they'll sneak this one out at the end. And UAB, UC Irvine, I'm on the under 159.
There from Solo. Tell me what I think about this game. I think I'm going to be on the island here with Illinois State here. I like the way Illinois State shot in the non-conference, and they're 18th in the nation in effective field goal shooting. That's pretty strong here. 37% from 3, 57% inside, 75% at the line. A team that's strong on the glass and on defense. And Cleveland State does not shoot the ball as well. I definitely rate the Missouri Valley Conference much higher than the Horizon. In the Missouri Valley Conference, you got teams like Bradley, you got teams like Drake, you got teams like Northern Iowa. I rate that conference much higher than the Horizon, so I'll look at Illinois State in that one. Kent, Loyola, Chicago. Give me Kent. I respect the way they played in this tournament, winning games on the road. Although they were on the West Coast, but winning at San Francisco really got my attention there. So I'll look at Golden Flashes, who've been very good on the road this season, covering spreads 9-5-1 of the spread covering. They've covered 8 of 11 in the non-conference with good defense. UAB and UC Irvine, again, conference strength. I rate the AAC higher than I rate the Big West. Give me the points plus 4.5 here with UAB. Blazers 5-2. The spread is a road dog. I mean, in the in that conference, you're battling teams like North Texas. They're battling teams like Memphis. In the AAC, Tulane. I rate that conference much higher than I rate the Big West. I'm not. Granted, I know UC Irvine, probably the biggest home game they've ever had in their lifetime because ESPN 2 cameras there. It is the NIT quarterfinals, but let's face it, it's not the same. It's not the same NIT that we've seen in our lifetime because all the big boys went to the Crown, which starts on Monday. So we only had 3 major conferences in the NIT. And a matter of fact, they're all gone after Oklahoma State lost yesterday. Oklahoma State lost, Georgia Tech lost, and Stanford lost, which are not really strong, big conference teams. So we'll see them we'll see the bigger conferences in the Crown on Monday. So to me, this is not really NIT quality card, but I will rate UAB based on conference strength there over the Big West. Although Irvine and Santa Barbara are the 2 best conferences in the Big West, have been over for several years, but still I like UAB here. Andy Kennedy's got his team ready to roll here to cover that spread. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. Guys, we're giving you our free picks, but if you want our best bets, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com right now, where you'll find our premium plays for sale over at Tony's Picks. Lots of premium plays from our cappers. You can see a lot of the cappers on the show performing great on the leaderboards. Rod El Nino's doing well. Check us out over at Tony's Picks. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Premium plays ready to roll here for the card on Wednesday. Let's get back to business here. We'll now move on over to the NHL. 4-game. We got looks like a 4-game card tonight. We'll knock it off in one block. Canucks and Islanders here. Islanders $1.17, total 5.5. Devils and Blackhawks. Devils $2.20, total 5.5. Bruins and Ducks. The Ducks $1.21, total of 6. Stars and Oilers. Stars $1.47, total of 6. We get started here with Rod.
Yeah, look at these ones. Canucks second half of back-to-back. Hey, you got to win. Demko made a start to kick off your trip here, but most likely you go back to Kevin Lankinen here in this one. And he's played a lot, and he's lost 5 of his last 6 starts for Vancouver. So give me the Islanders in that one. And then the Blackhawks at home have been money makers. Devils 4-5-1 in the last 10 games. I'll take a shot here on the home dog there with the Blackhawks, who have been money makers for everybody all season long. Even at the losing record, you're still up units betting Blackhawk home games this year. And then looking at Boston's just total ass. The last time they got a win, just completely falling off a cliff. The last time they got a win, they beat their old captain in Brad Marchand, who was on Florida. That was the last time that Boston got a sniff of any win in anything. Other than that, they just look like they're out here on the West Coast now on a nice little sunny vacation. I'm quite sure Boston's probably not very sunny. It's nice beaches out here. They're enjoying the weather.
On the OC side, yeah, the OC side, Huntington Beach, Boca Chica, all those are nice.
Yeah,
nice. He knows the OC beaches.
Yeah, so Boston. They're definitely enjoying the beach. The Ducks battling for a playoff spot. I know Boston is, but it doesn't look like they have any motivation to make the playoffs whatsoever. So give me the Ducks there in that matchup. And then the Oilers. Hey, you got to win against Seattle, but you're not going to get a win against this Dallas Stars squad that has a lot more firepower than you do. When you got no Connor McDavid, no Leon Draisaitl, who's scoring 50 goals a game, you're in big trouble. You're gonna have to ask a lot of guys to step up. I'm not here against Dallas squad that you beat last game, I believe. So they're looking for a little bit of payback, and they'll come into Edmonton and rip Edmonton a new one and be like, nothing like getting the Oilers fans all up in a frenzy with a big old home loss. Well, give me the Dallas Stars. That one.
There from Rod, and we move on over to El Nino's.
Looks like Rod's getting himself mentally prepared for that home loss there. I got to agree with a lot of stuff Rod said. I'm on the Islanders at home. Blackhawks might be a rare +1.5. Still deciding whether I want to go money line or +1.5 for them. I just think the Devils just way overpriced in that one. I agree with Dallas. I'll take a -1 myself. Some big injuries, as he mentioned, for the Oilers there. And I will drop the gloves with Rod on that Ducks Bruins game, though. I know the Bruins have been terrible, But the Ducks, not the best team in the league, although they have made some noise lately, yes. But the injuries are starting to pile up for them too. And I think, shoot, if Boston's ever going to put an end to this streak, why not do it versus the Ducks? And I think they got a pretty tough schedule coming up too the next couple of weeks. So they'll want to make the most of this matchup, I think, and pick up a rare win there.
There we go from El Ninos. All right, we got you through the hockey for today. Remember, tomorrow starts Major League Baseball, so we'll have baseball segment tomorrow as we got a pretty good card here tomorrow for Major League Baseball. A lot of afternoon affairs, some night games tomorrow, so we'll keep an eye there in Major League Baseball as I'll be prepared tomorrow as we North American openers starting tomorrow at noon Eastern time. So early start Brewers and Yankees. We'll get underway. We'll have the picks for here on the show as well as keep an eye on the happy hour as well. We already got money there. Dodgers is that true? Plus money on the Dodgers tomorrow? Is that
on the run line? On the run line.
On the run line. Okay, yeah, on the run line. I got you there. I was surprised at that. I don't know if the Dodgers will be. I think they were dogs twice last year, if I wasn't mistaken. It was 2 times.
They already got some injuries going, but I mean,
but Mookie's going to play. Apparently, he says he's going to play. He goes,
Mookie and Freddie back.
They're going to play. Mookie's going to play despite having the stomach ailment. He says, I feel fine. It's just that, I'm not eating and I'm, I'm vomiting, whatever that stomach ailment's forcing him to do. But he said he's fine. He feels good. So I guess he's going to play 25 pounds lighter. Maybe he'll be faster. I don't know how that rolls. Got to get those liquids in you. That's going to be tough, man. That's going to be rough. Yeah. All right, now it's time for our parlay peripheral or play straight segment where our cappers will give out parlay, can give us a player team prop, game in the future. They make the call on this segment. Over to Rod.
Yeah, for me, we're going to go with the 2-teamer in the NHL. Take the Islanders on the money line. Take the Dallas Stars on the money line. Little 2-teamer in the NHL. And we'll give you a little future prop in the MLB. I'm going to take Julio Rodriguez to win AL MVP. I like Seattle to win that division as well.
Yeah,
time for Houston to fall off of that little pedestal that they have been. They put Altuve out in the outfield? He's out in the left field chasing down balls. Good luck. So, yeah, I heard that the Houston Astros put Altuve out in left field where that short porch is so that he doesn't have to run as far. You know those little legs?
Hey, some short guys are fast, man.
Yeah, he's going to watch those legs running down balls in the left field. Oh, my God, it's hilarious.
You know what's tough? Because I used to play a lot of first base because I had a tall and had a long reach, but then I would play occasional left field. But the toughest thing to adjust to is once you get to know the players, you get to know where to position yourself and when hit the ball, how far it's going. That takes a lot of adjustment as an outfielder. Is that when the ball comes off the bat and having to read the distance and trying to get a jump on the ball. So as far as your speed, but what's most important is getting that jump. Is getting the jump from the ball.
Jump.
So I don't. Yeah, you got to get that jump. You ever played out? Yeah, off the bat, you make that first step left or right or forward or backwards. That's very important in fielding, especially in the Major League Baseball. Is that jump and knowing the hitters and knowing when that ball hits the bat where the ball is going. So that jump off the hit, that's going to be the biggest adjustment for Altuve. So as much as you could say he's faster, what's his jump going to be like from the ball hitting the bat? I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like it as much. Oh, he's faster. No. It's reading the ball off the bat from the hitters. That's the thing I'm worried about.
Struggling in the infield? I mean, why are they even moving?
Maybe they have a log jam. Maybe they need it. Sometimes
because
they
needed position guys, right? No Tucker's out of there. They needed to put another guy in there because they lost Tucker. Tucker out there. Pitchers wise, they might be all right because the guys that were injured are come back from last season for Houston, but.
Colors Jr.
What? I was reading that. I was like, ooh, that's not good. Yeah, McCullers Jr.'s back. We know Mr. Sweaty Framber's already sweating it up.
They got him in the sauna.
Hey, Rod, I read something on the Mets yesterday. It said that the Mets starting pitching rotation makes $12 million less than Juan Soto.
Wow.
You're right? Yes. I agree. That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
Is that awful? That's awful.
Didn't Manea get hurt? Yeah, they've got some guys out of the Mets. They did McGee. There's got some of the guys out there that aren't really at that high price point. That is true. Well, some of their names escape me. I'll figure it out tomorrow when I look at it. We'll move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why he was moving. Anyway, on the I think this is the same one. Rod went with Islanders Stars in the NHL, and I'll go Kent State college basketball.
From El Nino's on over to Solo.
Yeah, I like that Kent State play. I'm gonna follow that one. Kent State plus the points, Clippers money line, and Kevin Durant over 25.5 points.
There we go. From Solo, tell you what I think here. I like the over Suns and Celtics. I'll be the one on the island with Illinois State and give me Kent here plus the points. All right, we got you through here. Our parlay first segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Have a busy week of action with this college basketball. Tomorrow we return to the Sweet 16. Major League Baseball started. NBA closing, winding down the last few games here of the regular season. A lot going on over in hockey as well. So let's take a look at what we got going on over at Tony's Picks. Rod has put together a really impressive year again in 2025. As he did in 2024, 3,676 units of profit. Rod, what you got for sale?
And for me today over at Tony's Picks, I've got my 10-star college basketball slam dunk play of the day. We're 23-8 on it, so definitely scoop it up. It's available singly by itself, or it's in that 3-pack where I have 2 college basketball and 1 NBA play. Absolutely love that 3-pack today to crush the books. I think 3-0 is loaded. Jump aboard that Wednesday 2+1. You get 2 college basketball and the lone NBA play there. But better yet, hey, the best way to go is we got a loaded week of action. Grab that week pass. The big dance is back on Thursday. MLB is back. We got a lot more NHL and a lot more NBA this week. So grab that week pass. It is the best way to go. That way you'll get all the plays that I got rolling this week. And you don't miss out on any of the winners we drop here. And, hey, take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. You can see I'm not the only hot capper here at Tony's Picks. And having 2 cappers putting money in your pockets, can't go wrong with that at Tony's Picks. And also you get that late steam play. 10 minutes to 2 hours before game time. If a capper finds that play that, hey, it's that late info type play and you're aboard long term, and that capper puts that in, guess what? You get that email directly to you, so you get aboard and you don't miss out on that play that the capper puts in as a late steam play, one of those exclusives at Tony's Picks, and only when you're aboard long term. So jump aboard long term here at Tony's Picks.
That's right, guys. Yeah, we're right over at Tony's Picks. He was number 2 capper at 2024. Now cranking here. Another great year from Rod. So get on board with Rod. You see the one-day passes up there. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be right back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Of course, you may choose to opt for the long term, as Rod was saying, with the late steam feature. So get on board with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's take a look and see what Al's got going on over at Tony's Picks. Al's been great work today. This year from El Nino's in the NBA. Al, what do you got for sale?
Yeah, so far it's just a 3-pack in the NBA. Sometimes the hardest thing is trying to figure out which game we like the best, you know. but I like these 3 plays, and I should get there in the college basketball. I do like the slate. Just don't have it up on the site yet. Whether it could be a full 3-pack or not, I'm not sure yet. Only 3 games there, and should have just 1 play, I believe, in the NHL today. So yeah, the best way to go is always a long-term pass. You get all the plays that way, or get better yet, the 2-for-1 capper classes, and make sure you get all the steam plays. Usually get a lot of good information in those steam plays, so don't want to miss out on those.
Absolutely, guys. Got more El Ninos over at Tony's Picks. El Ninos, you see the great results from Al here in the NBA. He's got a 3-pack for you right now in the NBA, profit guaranteed. Or, again, you can opt for the long-term pass. Great value there at Tony'sPicks.com with the long-term subscriptions. And, of course, so you can use promo code TonyT at checkout. Knock off that 15% off, so go ahead and get signed up. We'll take a look and see what Solo's got going over at Tony'sPicks.com. Solo, what you got for sale?
I actually got 1 play up right now. Don't really love this card. Yesterday was 8 total games. I put in 3 total plays. The 5 that I handicap, I hit all those. Of course, I didn't put them in. So a little hesitant to pull the trigger right now. Kind of struggling in NBA. We kind of gave it all back. But MLB is the monster sign with me short-term, long-term. For everyone in good cappers, let's get to the bank.
Get the bank here with Solo over at Tony'sPicks.com. Get on board with the long-term, short-term. That you make the call there. All the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased. Will be credit back for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. You get on board with Solo with this multi-packs here, 3-day, 7-day, up to a year, all sports passive. You can apply that promo code TonyT checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. All right. Also, I've got a best bet on the board right now over at Tony's Picks. Also working the multi-pack for you with a 3-pack. So check me out over at Tony's Picks. Come off the 2-0 day yesterday. Hit some best bets back-to-back here. So let's get on board. Use that promo code Tony T. Check out, and you'll knock off that 15% off. All right, guys, we're with you here on the show every day here at 9:30 a.m. East time with that Tony's Picks morning show with you guys here bright and early every day with our show. So we hope you guys can join us, like and subscribe. And if you happen to miss a show, you can always go to our YouTube channel over at Tony's Picks, and I'll let you guys tell you how you can find the archive of our show. Happen to miss the live show, just go to our YouTube channel, and right here you're going to see that live tab. Just click that live tab and you'll be able to watch our shows. And also if you're looking for more content, well, we have a lot of content on our on-demand page at Tony'sPicks.com with lots of content. You can see Al's always looking for those 3 underdogs of the day. Got my college basketball there. We go a little bit more in depth here with these picks there. When you look at our videos here, I got basketball up there. Ben's coming in with Ben's already ready with the Final Four. He's got all the Final Four ready for you up there. Also had baseball yesterday, so check it out. Kevin Thomas with the NBA. Rod's got the NHL covered for you over at Tony's Picks. I got the NBA up there as well. You want to go back and look at some of the MLB player props. Chris has got some futures up there for you as well over at Tony'sPicks.com. More Final Four here there from Ben as well, hitting these games. Purdue, Houston, Ole Miss, Michigan. He's got a lot of stuff up there for you guys. So check him out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Lots of great content on demand. Go a little long. We go more into depth with you on these picks. So check them out. Tony'sPicks.com YouTube channel. A great way to check us out. All right, guys, as we said with you here Monday through Friday. What's up? Well, Rod, let you know about that happy hour, which you can also check out here Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. If you need some, we'll give you some help with some of the injuries as well as with hockey goalie changes. Of course, baseball's tomorrow, so we know there's going to be those pitching changes, those openers coming in to confuse everybody. So, Rod, you got that happy hour. Also, you contribute with the hockey over at Tony's Picks YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. If I didn't cover a hockey game here today, I got you covered over there at Tony's Picks on all the hockey. Deep diving on all 4 games today. You can check that out. And definitely tune into the happy hour, 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll get you going on the latest news, whether Giannis is in and out. I think he's out. But we'll definitely have that confirmed, hopefully, by the happy hour time. And then the news there, it says it's so that they can Yordan Alvarez, they want him to play every day as a DH. So if they put him out, if they put Altuve out in left field, they'll be able to put Yordan Alvarez in a lot more games because he played out in left field last season, 53 games. So they want his production in the well, you need to replace Tucker's production in the lineup by putting Yordan Alvarez in there every day as an Astro team. They need that bat in there when you lost Tucker's bat. So I get it, but that doesn't sound like fun. Give me the under in the Astros win total this season at 86.5. Good luck. If they can step up and maybe he can learn that position, but what we've seen in spring training, it's been pretty ugly.
Eric Getty.
Little legs trying to chase down the ball.
Eric Getty's been also someone that's tough to trust on the mound there. So we'll see how that rolls up. El Nino, so you're looking for those dogs, and we got you here on the morning show, and you make occasional pops in on the happy hour.
If you think his little legs running around the outfield is going to be funny, I want to see him steal some home runs.
Oh goodness!
but yeah, I'm looking for 3 dogs.
Climbing the wall.
No college basketball yesterday, but as I said, I was trying to make it up today, and I do have some college basketball in there. So everyone withdrawn from their March Madness film, my videos, I can go get their daily dose of college basketball there again today, and yeah, try to keep it rolling there. Try to get some winners.
Yeah, from Solo, we got you on the morning show. We see you pop in once in a while on the happy hour.
Yeah, definitely sliding through in the morning. I'm gonna try to slide through one either today or tomorrow for the happy hour, especially once those NCAA tournament games get back rolling. You know, tapping with some live updates. Let's try to make some money. Let's get to the bank.
Get to the banks there. Of course, we have a question here. Are the Red Sox going to be any good? I think they have a chance to be. We'll see. What do you think, Rod?
Yes. on paper wise, the talent they got some young. They got a young rookie. They definitely got some pitchers' arms. They can't have that same slow ass. They can't have that same slow ass start that they had last year. What did they lose? The first 10, first 12? It was ugly that start last year. They do that, they'll be in deep trouble. Talent-wise,
got
on paper, they got a shot, but watch out for the Blue Jays. They've got some bats and they've signed some hitters. We've seen in the spring that they're scoring some runs. If that can carry over, I really think that can carry over for the Blue Jays, because that's what it is. The last couple of years for the Blue Jays have been struggling offensively to score runs. We know that we've got some good pitchers. Bowden Francis is a nice piece there. We know he's just going to improve from what he did last year. So the Blue Jays got a couple of pieces. Boston's got the team on paper, but does it equate to the field? It's yet to see. I lean that they improve off of what they got because I like the talent they got, but it's still yet to be determined.
Buehler is a guy they got from the Dodgers. We'll see if Buehler what he contribute. Remember, he's coming off 2 Tommy Johns. The velocity was kind of off, so we'll see if you get that strikeout rate up there. Of course, in Fenway, if you're not striking people out, they're hitting you, and they hit you there. That ball carries. So I'd be worried there about Buehler home run. Bayo as another young arm in there.
I'm fading Buehler. I'm fading Bayo. Yeah, we fading all of them.
Fade them all in Fenway, right? That's the way you're going to do. Yeah, because that's tough. They're going to make contact on you in Boston. You don't want that's one ballpark where you want to get swinging strikes. You don't want people making contact with you in Boston. So we'll see how that rolls there. All right.
Well, yeah. Then you got Texas. Texas, man. Everybody's all. I don't know why people are high on Texas rolling back here all of a sudden because they had injuries last year. Okay, so you're 3 guys you're putting your money on is DeGrom. Okay, so let's see how he's going to do this year.
Gray got hurt.
Name pitch in a while. We got Tyler Mahle. Good old Mahle is going to be a role in there for Texas. Oh, yeah, that's right. And we picked up, what's his name? Did we pick up
Patrick Corbin?
Oh, yeah, Corbin. Corbin's in there. So you got those 3 guys rolling for Texas. That doesn't sound like a great rotation to me. I think this hype over Texas being back is false. Give me Seattle to win that division. I think Julio Rodriguez had it down last year.
My boy,
yeah, good old Woo.
Hey, Rowdy made the roster. Rowdy.
Yeah, Rowdy made the roster. I like Seattle this year. I like Seattle. They got that batting coach. He's there. We came in last year at the end. Edgar, right? He's in there hitting, so he's going to get Seattle all pumped and ready to win that division.
Yep, they got Seattle can improve the hitting because they got a stud pitching staff.
Is in the mail and it's on the way. You'll see me. I'll be sporting that a few times this season.
Edgar Martinez. Edgar Martinez was promoted to hitting coach late last season. We saw some improvement there from the Seattle Bats. Can it go now? Now they've got Edgar for the entire spring training year. We'll see if Seattle can finally hit the ball because, man, they're hitting a buck and change at home, which is like absolutely atrocious. Those first starters were getting no help. It was great unders there. Also, speaking of unders, just remember Oakland is playing in Sacramento. If you know your geography, you know Sacramento is inland. It's nowhere near the beach. It's a long drive. I think 45 miles I forgot the mileage, but it's hot. It's hot in Sacramento. It's like the IE in SoCal. It gets hot. The ball will travel. It will carry there in Oakland. So those Oakland unders, not anymore, guys. Maybe it'll be adjusted. We'll see. But the ball is going to fly out of Sacramento. And of course, remember, just in Miami now we've got the Ray situation there in Florida. A lot of rainouts. Remember why? That's why they put a roof in Miami because there's a lot of rain out, a lot of rain delays. So that's going to be that's going to take a toll there on Miami. Sandy's coming back. So there's a lot of happening there. You couldn't pay me to live in Sacramento. Sacramento is very hot to live in. It's a heater there. So we'll see what happens there in Oakland. Of course, in Florida now, where we're going to have a lot of these rain delay situations now with the Rays now in playing in that outdoor stadium. Martin Lake Parks, and lots happening there in Major League Baseball. Ready to roll tomorrow with baseball. Looking forward to it. Before we close, anybody have anything to add before we close it out?
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting and liking and subscribing. Appreciate everyone. Goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning day. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Six Morning Show.